Hey guys, it's your girl Sassy J, and yes, I am back. It's been a minute, guys, since I've posted anything on this channel. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I know not what I do. Please forgive me for not updating you. Jeez, oh my God. What? Do you know what? I can't be bothered with me, guys. But anyways, y'all, I just want to come on and just kind of chit chat with you guys for a minute. Haven't seen y'all in a bit and I've been missing you. So yes, I thought, why not come and have a little, conversation, But anyways, guys, you know the dues. Please go ahead and, give me like a thumbs up for this video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. On this channel, I just do a bit of review, some discussions, I kind of let you in behind the scenes, because I've got another channel, guys, Sassy J. I'm gonna put it up here for y'all to go and subscribe. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well. But also please subscribe to this channel. Yes, guys. So anyways, an update. Last week I was very poorly. If you watch my video that I did with this hair review, guys, yes, I did this hair review. It's a headband wig, and I did this and I actually gave this a 7 because I felt like it was gonna go very tangly or tangled. But yes, guys, so it gets really tangled because look, like, see, it is, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like 7 was too much of a high mark. I think I'm gonna give it a 5, even though I already gave it a 7. But guys, I'm giving it a 5 because now I wore it. Okay, I gave it a 7 before I wore this thing. Now it's a 5 because I know you get what you pay for. That's what I say. You get what you pay for. And for the amount I paid for it, it makes sense that it's like this. But I like it anyway. It's kind of cute, but it's just, the tangling, babes. Like, the tangling is just too much. But anyways, guys, that's not what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So many things have been happening lately, and I know that I've said it before, probably on my main channel. I hear that I have this anxiety issue. So yes, guys, I suffer with severe anxiety, and I do suffer with depression as well. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this on here. Oh, but yes, guys, I do, and I'm a very secretive person, so this is a very uncomfortable moment to share with you. But lately I've been under the weather when it comes to my anxiety. It's been over the top, completely over the top. To the point where I'm struggling to do anything, guys. Like, listen, anxiety is not something to be played with. It's so many people have this problem with anxiety, okay? So many people, and there's different levels of anxiety. And the things that will make me anxious is not necessarily things that's going to make somebody else anxious, but it does not mean that they don't have a problem with anxiety, okay? So, say for instance, height, I might be terrified of heights, and it gives me extreme anxiety when I have to climb the stairs, or I'm in a lift, or I'm on a plane or whatever. Somebody else could suffer with severe anxiety, but they don't have a problem with height. They're cool to go skydiving and all that kind of things. It just depends on the person. But yes, guys, I've been struggling with it for years now, and I think I had a really bad experience the last few months in my previous job that kind of triggered my anxiety to an extreme. And even though I've left that job, I'm still trying to bring that anxiety level down, and it's not easy. I'm not trying to control it because you cannot really control it, but I'm trying to manage it. Okay, I'm trying to manage the symptoms of anxiety, but it's not something that I like to talk about. And I guess the reason why a lot of people are like me, they don't want to talk about the anxiety because it's like a stigma around it. People feel like, they're going to be judged instantly. And that's how I felt for many years. And I never really spoke about it because of that, because the stigma. People just think you should just get on with it. And people sometimes think it's something that you can switch on and switch off when you feel like it. And this always kind of like bugged my mind, because sometimes, when it does slip and I say, I feel so anxious, you'll get people saying, they don't mean it in a negative way. They just kind of say, oh, you gotta work through it. You're gonna be fine. You just have to you know, don't focus on it, snap out of it, you know. And I'm just like, it's not that easy, because when you are anxious, or when I get anxious, and I'm sure it's the same for everybody else, the thoughts that go through your head, you think of the worst possible scenarios, worse. And sometimes when you really think about it, the likeliness of for them to happen is like 0 to none. But in the moment, it doesn't feel like that. Okay, so you think about the craziest things. Like, I remember one time, like, just going down a stairs, and I was extremely anxious, and I just remember thinking, that's the very steep stairs. And then I started to see me falling down the stairs. Like, I started to see the worst possible things, and like started to see me falling down the stairs, and I see myself badly hurt at the foot of the stairs. Mind you, I've not yet gone down the stairs, okay? But that's just an example to show you how anxiety can really, really play with your mind, you know? So lately, guys, like I said, I've been having a lot of issues. I'm trying to deal with it and stuff, but, you know, that kind of, sometimes it breaks you down as a person, and that's the reason why I haven't really been posting that much, because I want to continuously stick to my schedule on my main channel of Thursdays and Sundays, and I wanted to stick to like every kind of Tuesday and sometimes Sundays on this channel. But sometimes when the anxiety is upon me, it's just like I can barely do one thing, so I try to push out to, you know, focus on the other channel. So sometimes this is why this channel can sometimes take the back bench or what have you. But yes, guys, yeah, I mean, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard living with anxiety. It's hard dealing with anxiety because it affects a lot of different areas in my life, okay? Sometimes I don't want to leave the house. And I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to talk to anybody. And that is sometimes a very difficult situation, because I'm usually the life of the party, and people see this. They see me laughing. They see me talking, me live my best life. That's what they think. But in here, there's a lot going on. A lot going on. And I know I'm not alone in this. And I used to think that I was alone in this. And I've learned that I'm not, because there's so many people that's going through this. You know, and it's just sad that we don't feel comfortable enough to be able to express this. And when I say we, I say myself as well, because I haven't discussed this and how I feel and the stuff that I've been going through, even with some of my closest of friends and my family. They rarely know anything about this. And this is why this will probably come as a shock to most people. And it's a shock to me. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video. What's wrong with me? I don't know if I'm going to post this video, but when I did this channel and I made my mind up to put discussion as one of the things that I do on this channel, I said to myself, you know, I want to discuss certain issues, and anxiety, mental health, depression is one of them. And I'm passionate about this because this is something that I've struggled with, or something I am still struggling with as we speak. Okay, so this is why I kind of wanted to have this channel as kind of like a release kind of thing, and not just for myself but for other people that's going through depression and anxiety and OCDs. Because listen, anxiety does not walk on its own, okay? It's hand in hand with depression and OCDs and whatever. And people just always think that, oh, OCDs, it has to do with cleanliness and cleaning everywhere and doing this everywhere. No, there's so many different things when it comes to OCD, because that's also, oh my Lord, I'm giving away too much right here. But that's also something that I struggle with. And with the OCD, it's particular things. Okay, so it's not like cleanliness or whatever. It's more like, you know, repeating certain things. Like, it's mine with doors and windows and kind of, you know, my phone, like my alarm clock and stuff like that, setting my alarm. And it's just kind of stuff like this. So, you know, I know anxiety is not just, when somebody has a problem with anxiety, majority of the time it's more than just anxiety. And these are things that are fueled by anxiety. Because if you feel like you have to do a certain thing or act a certain way Like, say for instance, because I don't want to confuse you guys, say for instance, you feel like you have to move this book from A to B, right? And if you feel like if you don't move this book from A to B, something bad will happen. And you know, anxiety will make you think the worst case scenario, right? As somebody that's trying to kind of manage or focus on managing whatever it is, whether it's an OCD or whether it's a reaction or a factor of anxiety, when you try to manage and say, you know what, I'm not going to move this book from A to B. I'm gonna leave it this time because I've moved it from A to B a few times and I'm not gonna move it anymore. It's like people think it's as easy as that to say, well, I'm not moving it. People think it's that easy, but it's not. Because when you decide not to do that and your mind is like, you need to do it, you start to get like very tight chested and get anxious, very sweaty, very kind of fidgety because, and then you start to think your mind's going like 50, 100 miles an hour because the panic kind of sets in, right? And it starts to take over because the more you try to break out of something is the more the anxiety comes in. And I don't know about any of you guys that have anxiety issues, but for me personally, change is something that I really struggle with. So if I plan to do something or I have a certain arrangement a certain way and at last minute, those plans have to change, I struggle with that. And sometimes it might make me come across a bit kind of like, you know, because people are like, oh, well, it's just this, you know, it's a last minute plan. And I understand that things happen last minute, but it doesn't stop me from being anxious. It doesn't stop the feeling, the fluttering, you know, all this kind of stuff that I feel, you know, and sometimes it's just really hard to explain to people. And especially because I am very secretive with it. I don't normally tell people what's going on with me. So sometimes they don't really understand, you know, so it is hard. It is really, really hard, guys. So that's basically recently I've been struggling. And this is one of the main reasons why I decided to do this video, because I feel like I just need to let go. I need to share it with somebody. And it's so funny because it's hard to share it with my friends and my family. And am I really going to share it with the world? You know, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to post this video. And that's the fact. I don't know if I'm going to post this video. But if I do post this video, then if you're watching this video, y'all, then y'all just learned something about me. But yes, guys, so that's the reason why I haven't really been posting, because that's a lot of a struggle what I've been going through. And I've been dealing with anxiety for many years. I remember, this is how weird it is, because sometimes when you're young, you don't actually realize that it's anxiety, because I can remember as far back as when I was like 16, right? And I was in college. I just started college. I went into college 15. Yeah. So it was my second year. So basically I did 1 year and I left college like the June. I finished that year the June. And I was meant to sign up again, I think around the August for the September. And it's funny enough, when I went to register myself, I was at the time I said nervous, and I couldn't understand why I was so nervous. I was so nervous. And even this feeling in my stomach, this tight, knotted feeling in my stomach, and my heart just fluttering, my hands getting so wet, I'm agitated, like I'm sweating, I feel hot, I feel bothered, I feel shaky, I feel weak. Why? I ask myself this all the time. Why? You know? So literally, I was only filling out the form to go back to college for September. This was the first time. When I think about it, this is what I think about first. When I think about, because I do CBT, guys, for my anxiety. But yeah, guys, when I think back about this, because I had to like think back about this a while back, when I first started my CBT, and as my first kind of reaction, the first thing I remembered with anxiety, and like I said at the time, I never thought about it as being anxiety. I don't even know if I was even familiar with the term anxiety. I just said I was just nervous. That's what I said. And it was so bad to the point where one of my friends that was in the year with me before, I'm not going to call her name, but shout out to you, V. You probably won't even remember this, and you probably don't even know that I was so nervous, because I tried to play it off, because obviously the life of the party, the bubbly, super funny, kind of like out there person, you know, I tried to hold it back and play it down and act like it wasn't what it was, you know. So I remember she taking my pen and be like, come on, let's do it. And then she kind of just did the thing, and then I just signed the lines. Like, what am I doing? And I just signed the line and stuff. But guys, I'm telling you, that was my first proper time when I think about it. And like I said, at the time, I didn't even realize. I just thought I was just being super nervous. And I had no reason to be, because I was going back into a classroom with, yes, I will be having added tutors that I weren't familiar with, but my main teacher that I had, she was going to be there. And everybody from my following year that I was sharing a classroom with for a whole year that I knew and I was laughing and chatting and hanging out with, they were going to be there. Yes, there was a couple more new faces, but the majority were people that I was with before. So realistically, I shouldn't have been so anxious. But that's my first recollection of me and my anxiety, basically, guys. But over the years, you know, after I lost my brother, things got a little bit even more intense, because that's the thing. People always say, you know, anxiety comes from a place. Yes, it's from a trauma. It tends to happen after a trauma. And I think originally my anxiety started when I moved to the UK when I was young. Because I remember shortly after I moved here, I started getting depression, because I missed home. I missed being around my grandmother. I missed being around my best friend. I just missed being in Jamaica. So I kind of went into a bit of a depression. And then slowly but surely, you know, things started to get worse. But saying that, like I said, there was a period of my life after that that I felt that my anxiety was managed. I won't say controlled, but I felt like it was managed to a point where I didn't feel like I had any anxiety issues. However, the depression was quite still there, because I remember I went through a very tough time. I won't go into this right now. Maybe if you guys are lucky, like I said, I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, but maybe if you guys are lucky, then I might go into that somehow later on. But for years, the anxiety the thought of me having anxiety had squashed, you know, until I lost my brother. And that's when I saw the extremity of how much anxiety can kind of cripple a person or consume a person, take control of somebody's life. And unfortunately, you know, it's hard to experience that, and you feel alone when you're doing it. You feel so alone when it's there, when all this is happening to you, because it's a horrible feeling. It's the feeling that you feel like you're going to die, like your breath, you can't breathe, especially when you have an attack. You can't breathe. You feel like you are going to die. It's like your body goes into fight or flight mode. It's literally, you know, I remember having a conversation with a therapist, and she said the whole thing with anxiety is like, you know, when you're in danger, right, your body goes into this protective mood where it wants to defend itself. So it either prepares itself to run or to fight, right? But with anxiety, and that's when it senses the danger. When you sense a danger. With anxiety, it's like your body's constantly on that defense mood. It's constantly on alert, even when there's no danger. There's no danger, but your body kind of creates, from the overthinking of all the stuff that you're thinking that's going through your mind, it creates that kind of like fake danger or pretend danger that your body reacts to. Because remember, we all have that in us. It's like the adrenaline that we get when we're in trouble. But with anxiety, you don't necessarily have to be in trouble. It just happens. And I think that feeling is a horrible feeling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But I just wanted to let you guys know, right, if there's anybody out there that's going through anxiety and depression, or whatever you're struggling with, OCD, whatever you're struggling with, whatever mental difficulties that you're experiencing right now, you are not alone. I just want to say that because, like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm alone, but I know that I'm not alone, because there's so many people that's going through this. So I just want you to know you are not alone, okay? You are not alone. You're not alone. And I'm going to, you can find my Instagram, but I'm going to put my Instagram up here, guys. And if you want to talk, you know, if you want to talk to me at any point, you can comment down in the comment here. But obviously I know some things, like I said, I'm a private person myself, so you might not want to, you know, talk about certain things. But guys, I'm on Instagram, and if you feel a certain way and you want to talk, you can, I'm gonna put my Instagram there, you can hook me up on Instagram, send me a little message if you're feeling really, really down and overwhelmed, because at the end of the day, sometimes we get pushed beyond our limits and beyond that place of where we feel like we can cope, you know, and it's not a nice place to be. So if you ever feel like that and you want somebody to talk to, feel free to give the girl a shout. Do you know what? I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna end this video, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but I'm gonna end this video. But if I do post this, guys, please go ahead and I guess I want to say share this video, in the fact that it will create awareness for people. But then at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to tell anyone to share the video, because it's like putting myself out there. I don't know, but like the video, I guess. Share the video, I guess. Even if it's to your close friends or anyone that you know that's suffering with depression and anxiety and anything that they're facing right now, any difficult time and stuff. Because sometimes you just want to know that you're not alone, and hearing somebody else sharing their story, I think that sometimes can help. And that's probably the main reason why I'm doing it now. And to be honest, it's helping me, because I'm here sat in my room talking to a camera, because it makes me feel better. But yes, guys, but anyways, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell and become my family. We are family. You sassy J. Wait, that's not gonna work. Okay. This is why I put Dupree in it, because I always say you, me, sassy Dupree. See, you know what I mean? That's okay. But anyways, if y'all new to my channel, guys, please go ahead and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you get updated every single time the girl uploads a new video. Also, guys, please remember, if you're not yet subscribed to my main channel, Sassy J, go over there, y'all. Subscribe. But till then, y'all, keep it sassy-licious, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Stay strong. You are enough. Scrap that. Stay strong. You are more than enough. Okay? Bye, y'all.